All right. Good day, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Sound Archives. My name is Christian Maiorino, and I am the host of this channel. And as you might guess, I'm looking at the LPs behind me, what the theme or what today's episode is about. Um, it's actually not about Twisted Sister, but it is about Dee Snider and the new album that he put out just a little over a month ago, Leave a Scar. So this follows the last record that he did for the Love and Metal, which was produced with Jamie Josta. Of course, he's known from Hatebreed, so he's again back here to produce another record. And I gotta say, the last one was great. They really hit it out of the park again with this one. So excuse me. So the last. Got much of the same band as he did in the last one. Filling out the bottom end on this, you got Nicky Belmore on drums and Russell Pizzuto on bass. And then on guitar, you got Charlie Belmore and Nick Petrino. This album is heavy as all hell. We thought the last one was going to be the last one for the Love of Metal, but apparently that's not the case. So Dee is back, and the album opens with I Gotta Rock Again. Killer opening song. Great drums, great bass. Killer solo. Perfect album opener. Dee's proclaimed to all of us he's here to rock again. Next up, you got All or Nothing More. Another great rocking track right there. Excuse me. Then Down But Never Out. Another heavy song. Great inspirational lyrics from Dee on this one. Before I Go, another good song. His vocal style on this a little more melodic than aggressive, but it's got a good theme there. You know, the song's kind of dealing about being close to death but still being true to yourself. Next one, heavy one, Open Season. So this one, it's Dee Snider taking aim at all those internet trolls, and there's kind of a sarcastic tone here where he's out to go after all these keyboard warriors that we all see out there. Next track, Silent Battles. This one a little bit more of a melodic song. It's kind of dealing, it's a theme right here. It's about someone maybe going through depression or some anguish, but he's here for you. We all go through these silent battles in our minds, but that doesn't mean that we should feel alone. Crying for Your Life. This one kind of starts out as like a kind of a power ballad, but then it gets really heavy. Lyrics are here. It's just dealing, we all make choices in life, good or bad, and if you continue to make bad choices, eventually you're going to reap what you sow. Time to Choose. Next track is In for the Kill. Another great heavy song right there. Time to Choose. This one, probably the most heavy, aggressive song on the whole album. Here you got on guest vocals George Corpse Grinder Fisher, and I think his vocal style and Dee's, even though they're contrasting with each other, but they both work so well on this track. So it's great to hear those two different styles just working together on this fucking killer heavy song. Next up, you got She. This is one that Dee wrote about his wife. So this one, it's you hear a song like She, and you're thinking it's going to be some type of sappy ballad type song, but it's not like that. It's heavy, but it's melodic at the same time. Good song. The Reckoning, another freaking heavy track right there. Closing out the album, another kind of slow melodic song, Stand. And the lyrics, Don't Leave a Mark, Leave a Scar, which is the album title here. So how does this album rank? So I think on a 1 to 5 scale, this one is easily a 4.5 out of 5. Easily. I think over time I would give this album a 5. It's hard for me to say it only being out for a month and a half. I think some albums it's got to take some time with you. It's got to grow on you over time. But it's heavy as all hell. I think it's a step up from the last album, For the Love of Metal. So I think if you love the last album from Dee, you're gonna freaking love this one. Um, the album, it almost feels like a concept album. A concept album, not so much in as that it's telling a story, but it's a concept as far as what you're dealing with the lyrics and whatnot. There's a lot of themes going on here, about standing up for yourself, being true to yourself, as out with your imperfections and all. Don't leave a mark, leave a scar. Um, you get that on a lot of the song titles here. Down but never out, All or Nothing More, Silent Battles, Stand. But then there's also a lot of songs here which kind of had this theme, as I was alluding to before, that we all make choices in life, good and bad, and if you make the bad choices, eventually, you're gonna reap what you sow, and justice is gonna catch up with you sooner or later. So you kind of get that theme in songs, Time to Choose, uh, The Reckoning, Crying for Your Life. You kind of get that type of theme in those songs right there. Of course, I didn't put up the album cover yet, but there it is right there. So I'll put that. Be sure to put that into the video when I go back to edit this. But the album is well produced. The songs are well crafted. There's great playing throughout. The bass is heavy. The drums are heavy. A lot of great guitar work on here. A lot of killer solos all throughout this album. Killer riffs. It doesn't sound like a Twisted Sister album for sure. But it doesn't have to, and it doesn't need to. I think that, to be honest, I think if Dee were to do another album with Twisted Sister at this point in the game, it wouldn't sound as good. I don't think it would be of the same quality. And that's not to, knock at JJ French and those guys, but I don't know that those guys would have the same heart in it now as the band that you have playing with Dee right now. And this is a true band that you have playing. It's not just some hired guns that Dee is just, putting out there so he can crap out an album and make some money. You really got to give credit to here. Of course, you got the Belmore brothers, Charlie and Nick on guitar and drums respectively. And of course, Nick Petrino also on guitar, and Russell Pizzuto was on bass. I mean, there's a real chemistry here with Dee and these guys. It's not to pick on like another artist out there, but I'll use Ozzy as an example. The last album he did, or the last few albums he did, there's so many guest musicians, so many just kind of hired guns that you don't get the feeling. It doesn't feel like a real band like you hear. Like this album, you get real, like Twisted Sister back in the day was a real band. There was it was a group of musicians just coming together, making great freaking metal music, putting it out there. Here, it's the same thing, coming again. Just these guys out there just getting together, just writing heavy music and putting it out there for all us fans, to enjoy. So, I think that concludes this video. So if you like this album, put your comments below. Let me know what your thoughts on there. If you don't like the album, leave your comments too. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Give it a thumbs down if you don't like it. And subscribe to the channel. I do have more content that I'm going to be putting out there. I do have some other album reviews that I'm going to be trying to put out there soon. So hope to see you next time. And until then, keep rocking.